Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
Wall Street Journal Markets. October 3, 7 o'clock America, New York. Exxon sees green gold in algae-based fuels. Skeptics see greenwashing. Using genetic engineering, Exxon says it is closer to its goal of fueling jet planes and heavy trucks with oil distilled from algae. With government subsidies and incentives, it says it is on pace to make algae biofuel commercially viable by the end of the decade.
Global economy. October 3, 7 o'clock America, New York. Biden official says protecting U.S. steel a national security issue. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo's use of Trump's language on trade is warning shot to EU.
BBC News Business. October 3, 6:27 America, New York. Conservative conference. Boris Johnson refuses to rule out further tax rises. The PM says he is a zealous opponent of high taxes, but warns COVID hit the UK like a fiscal meteorite. Wall Street Journal Markets. October 3, 5:30 America, New York. China's Evergrande debt crisis, sizing up a big mess. China Evergrande Group had big ambitions and a debt pile to match. Wall Street Journal Markets. October 3, 5:30 America, New York. Big hasn't been the best for fund investors. Winner's Circle. The top mutual fund managers for the past 12 months have had one thing in common. They thought small. Wall Street Journal Markets. October 3, 5:30 America, New York. Mortgage payments haven't been this unaffordable since 2008. Supercharged home prices in markets across the country are canceling out the impact of modestly higher incomes and historically low interest rates, two factors that typically make owning a home more affordable.
Naked Capitalism. October 3, 5:25 America, New York. 6-month sentence for lawyer who took on Chevron denounced as international outrage. Conviction of Stephen Donziger, said one critic, perfectly encapsulates how corporate power has twisted the U.S. justice system to protect corporate interests and punish their enemies.
Global economy. October 3, 4 o'clock America, New York. Will U.S. job numbers pave the way for Fed tapering? Market questions as the FT's guide to the week ahead.
Daily FX Market News. October 3, 3 o'clock America, New York. Japanese yen Q4 fundamental forecast. USD, JPY likely remains skewed higher. The Japanese yen wrapped up a fairly steady third quarter, but likely remains vulnerable against the US dollar heading into the end of 2021. Will a less dovish Fed push USD, JPY higher?
Global economy. October 2, 21:32 America, New York. Afghanistan fruit crops left to rot as economic crisis tightens. Lorries transporting produce are stuck at border crossings, exacerbating a hard currency shortage.
Daily FX Market News. October 2, 2100 America, New York. US dollar Q4 fundamental forecast. Dollar outlook firms as global risk trends cool and yields rise. The dollar has attempted a serious bullish break in the transition from the third to fourth quarter of 2021. With Fed rate forecasts charged and risk trends wavering, what is in store for the green?
BBC News Business. October 2, 2024 America, New York. United Airlines CEO, insisting on vaccines, right thing to do. Around 300 of the airline's 67,000 US-based staff are yet to comply with the strict COVID policy.
New York Times Business. October 2, 1910 America, New York. Whistleblower to accuse Facebook of contributing to January 6 riot, memo says. In an internal memo, Facebook defended itself and said that social media was not a primary cause of polarization. Nick Clegg, Facebook's Vice President of Policy and Global Affairs, in 2019.
BBC News Business. October 2, 1909 America, New York. Rape case sparks fury over China's work drinking. As public scrutiny of corporate misbehavior grows, can business drinking be dropped forever? BBC News Business. October 2, 1906 America, New York. Budget Ukrainian airline swaps high heels for trainers. Flight attendants with Ukraine's SkyUp say the new uniform is much better for their health.
Marginal Revolution. October 2, 1536 America, New York. Who are the best Irish artists? Part 4, Other Names. Francis Bacon was born in Ireland, but not of Irish parents. He did not grow up in Ireland, and he did not consider himself Irish. So I do not count him as a contender for my exercise.
Daily FX Market News. October 2, 1500 America New York, British pound Q4 forecast. Preparing the ground for interest rate hikes. The fourth quarter of 2021 will likely see the Bank of England start talking about interest rate hikes as early as the beginning of next year, boosting the attraction of sterling.
Forex Live. October 2nd, 1445 America New York, U.S. will announce that China hasn't lived up to Phase 1 trade deal on Monday, report. China has not lived up to pledge to purchase additional $200 billion in goods. U.S. Trade Representative Catherine Tai will announce Monday that China is not complying with the so-called Phase 1 trade deal, sources familiar with.
New York Times Business. October 2nd, 1342 America New York, Tesla reports record quarterly deliveries amid chip scarcity. The electric car maker has weathered the global shortage of semiconductors better than more established rivals. Tesla cars awaiting delivery in Manchester, England. Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. October 2nd, 1326 America New York, Tesla deliveries surge, defying supply chain woes. The electric vehicle maker provided a record number of vehicles in third quarter amid flagging global auto sales.
Marginal Revolution. October 2nd, 1319 America New York, Saturday Assorted links. 1. Salary history bands don't look so great. 2. Dominic Cummings on how to change government and save America. Very good piece. 3. Did communism smash the patriarchy?
Forex Live. October 2nd, 1305 America New York, city equity strategist Tobias Levkovic dies after being hit by a car. He reiterated bearish stance in his final note. Tobias Levkovic was well known for setting S&P 500 price targets. Citigroup reported that chief equity strategist Tobias Levkovic died on Friday, a month after being hit by a car while crossing a street in Long Island, NY.
Wall Street Journal Markets. October 2nd, 12 o'clock America New York, should investors create their own target date fund? Do-it-yourself investors, especially younger ones, can save money by recreating their own target date fund, a professor finds. Wall Street Journal Markets. October 2nd, 11 o'clock America New York, when investors mention decoupling, what do they mean? In translation, the Wall Street term, decoupling, had one definition for decades, while now it has another.